What's up, bros, and welcome to part 20 of my LEGO Ninjago Realignment series. Now today I'm going to be showing 4 more custom elemental masters that I've made, so let's get down to business. Now for the first custom in today's video, we have Gexisk, the Elemental Master of Space. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from one of the Wonder Twins from the LEGO Batman movie minifigure series Blind Bags. Then we're going to be taking the Catman torso piece, also from the LEGO Batman movie minifigure series Blind Bags, and we're going to be attaching this yellow arm that has a purple hand, and we're also going to be attaching this printed silver Aquaman arm from the DCCMF series, and pop that on, also has a purple hand. Then we're going to be taking this gunmetal silver hero armor piece from Ninjago Master of the Mountain and pop that on. Then we're going to be taking this AIM Agent headpiece from Marvel. Pop that on, and then for the last piece, we're going to be taking this stone gargoyle upper headpiece from Nexo Knights and pop it on. And then we have the completed Gexisk, the Elemental Master of Space. Now, shout out to Kristen and Redden Productions for requesting that I make an Elemental Master of Space. Now, they didn't really give me any details, so I kind of just took matters into my own hands. So, Gexisk here, let's just call him Gex for now. He's the Elemental Master of Space. Now, what is Space? So, the ability is basically a copy of Gojo's Limitless or Infinity technique from Jujutsu Kaisen. So, the element of space gives the user the ability to create limitless space between them and their surroundings. They can also use it to fly, so there's also that. When the element is activated, if someone, like say, there's a punch at Gex here, then he can activate the limitless space ability, so they really can't punch them because the punch just lands in the infinite space between the punch and Gex because of his ability. He can also use the ability to launch himself off of the ground, and then he can use the limitless space to be able to navigate through the air and fly. I think I'm doing a bad job explaining this, but I hope you can understand. Basically, nothing can touch him when he has the ability activated, and he can also use it to fly and glide around in the air. And Gex here also works for the outer space group in Ninjago. Basically, this Ninjago universe's version of NASA. So that's why he has this design where it looks like he has a spacesuit, but I left the upper Nexo Knight's goon head, this piece right here, because this piece is really good for Devonians, and if you want to use this idea for yourself, like if you want to make a Devonian custom Berserk from Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2, use this piece. It's really nice, and just credit me if you do. But anyway, that's basically it for Gexisk, the Elemental Master of Space. Sorry for the bad explanation of the ability. Now for the second custom in today's video, we have Ullysa, the Elemental Master of Crystal. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from Doctor Strange. We're going to be attaching this random LEGO City torso piece, I believe. We also have some dark blue arms and some brown hands attached. Then we're going to take this trans clear pinkish purple armor piece from Ninjago Crystallized and pop it on. Then we're going to be taking this headpiece from a Shark Army General from the LEGO Ninjago movie. And then for the last piece, we're going to take this brown hairpiece. I think this is from Star Wars. Pop that on. And then we have the completed Ullysa, the Elemental Master of Crystal. Now, Ullysa here is the Elemental Master of Crystal. Now, of course, the element of crystal, I got the idea from the Crystal King and Crystallized and all that stuff. So yeah, that's basically the inspiration for this Elemental Master. Her abilities are basically she can create crystal constructs, like she can use the crystal ability to cover herself up in armor, or she can use it to create weapons, like for instance we have this sword right here, and we have the armor on her torso, which was all constructed by her crystal abilities. That's basically the ability. Now, Ullysa here in my LEGO Ninjago Realignment universe is actually working for this universe's version of the Crystal King. I have no idea who the Crystal King would be in this universe. Definitely not the Overlord. It's probably some original character, and I'll probably never talk about this again, but this is just some random lore that I created when I made this character. So she works for this universe's version of the Crystal King. Not much else to it. That's basically it for Ullysa, the Elemental Master of Crystal. Now for the third custom in today's video, we have Krif, the Elemental Master of Adrenaline. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from an Old Republic trooper from Star Wars The Old Republic. Then we're going to be taking this random torso piece, which I think is from Shang-Chi from Marvel. And we also have some silver arms and some dark right hands attached. Then we're going to be taking this red armor piece, which is from the Stone Warriors or the Stone Army from Ninjago, The Final Battle. Then we're going to be taking this random wolf headpiece from Chima and pop it onto the torso, and we're going to be taking the upper headpiece from the same minifigure. Pop that on, and then we have the completed Elemental Master of Adrenaline. Now, Krif here is clearly from the realm of Chima because I used the wolf head for her, so yeah, it's clear she's from Chima and she's from the wolf tribe or whatever. Her element is the element of adrenaline. Now, the ability basically gives Krif complete control over her adrenaline in her system, so she can activate her adrenaline with a snap, like in an instant, in a second. Her adrenaline can go from 0 to 100. So this gives her like enhanced speed and strength, and she can actually make her adrenaline really go all the way, so she's really strong, really fast, and stuff like that because she has complete control over her adrenaline, and that's basically her ability. It's very simple, and it is kind of basic and maybe a little boring, but I think it would be an interesting elements idea, so that's why Krif exists. So yeah, that's basically it for Krif, the Elemental Master of Adrenaline. And fun fact, Krif barely ever sleeps because with her adrenaline ability, she can just stay awake because she has her ability activated, so she just doesn't need sleep because her adrenaline is always pumping. Just a random fact. Now for the fourth and last custom in today's video, we have Skullbi, the Elemental Master of Density. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are just some middle black legs. Then we're going to be taking this garment on torso piece and pop that on. We also have some white arms and some black hands attached. Then we're going to be taking this white armor piece, which is from Storm from the Marvel Studios CMF Series 2. Then we're going to be taking this alien headpiece and we're going to pop it on right there. Specifically use this head because it has skull printing. Then for the last piece, we're going to be taking this black helmet piece, pop it on, and then we have the completed Skullbi, the Elemental Master of Density. Now, before we get into the elements of density, let's get into Skullbi's backstory. So he's basically the youngest looking Skulkin in the Underworld realm. Now, as we all know, in Ninjago officially, the Skulkins are created from the souls of dead warriors that didn't want to die in combat, so their souls just became Skulkin for their next life instead of dying. So that's basically the backstory. Very tragic and dark for Ninjago. So the thing is, though, Skullbi here looks like a kid. That means in his past life before he died, he was a kid, meaning he was a warrior child who just was killed. Now, Skullbi is actually a student of Garmadon in my LEGO Ninjago Realignment universe. So basically, just like in the normal Ninjago timeline, the battle between brothers happened and Wu banished Garmadon into the underworld, and just like in the normal Ninjago timeline, Garmadon took over the underworld by defeating Samurai, and that's when he met Skullbi, this weak, small, frail skulkin or skeleton who was being bullied by everyone, and he didn't know how to protect himself. So that's why when Garmadon became the ruler of the underworld, he decided to train Skullbi because he saw potential in him and he wanted to protect him because he felt bad for him. So nice of Garmadon. And then Garmadon realized that Skullbi was the elemental master of density while training him. He was training him in like the ways of the ninja and like from his teachings from Master Chen, and he also taught him spin jitsu. So yeah. And now we come to the ability of density. Basically, the ability of density is where it's a copy of the Martian Manhunter from DC and Green Ghost from Invincible, where you can walk through walls, and if you touch someone else, you can also make them walk through a wall with you. That's basically it for his backstory, for like this random plot, and for his abilities. Sorry for talking way too much. That's basically it for Skullbi, the Elemental Master of Density. But anyway, that's basically it for the 20th LEGO Ninjago Realignment video. So today I showed 4 more custom Elemental Masters that I've made. We have the Elemental Master of Space, we've got Crystal, we've got Adrenaline, and we have Density. So yeah, basically I was inspired by Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2. The episodes were decent, I'd say. Definitely go check them out if you can. And that was basically the inspiration for this video. I wasn't really planning on making another custom Elemental Masters video for the Realignment series for a little bit, but then I saw the new Ninjago episodes and I thought, hey, I was really inspired, so I decided to take some old ideas that I had saved and make some customs for them. Thought of some backstories for these characters and names and stuff like that, just the usual process, but yeah. Feel free to check out my other videos. I mostly make custom minifigures. If you have an idea for a custom Elemental Master, tell me in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear you out. And yeah, have a great day. Godspeed, bros.